It's time.
Make some noise!
Bringing the concert to you. It's the Sway in the Morning concert series.
Your favorite artists performing live.
On Shade 45.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are here, Sway in the Morning, Shade 45. Hey! Hey, man, it's been a while since we've done this, our Sway in the Morning concert series. When we first started doing this show, that was one of the things we wanted to bring to the radio, have the beat.
Absolutely.
We wanted to do things that nobody else was doing right there. Tracy G.
You know it.
Okay, and give you guys a chance to hear more from these artists, more than just their lyrics, more than just their songs, more than just their videos, but you get to hear them perform live.
Right.
And this is the only morning show that does that, Sway in the Morning, Shade 45. And since we decided to bring it back, man, I wanted to do it first with an artist who's just been a fixture in our show.
Right.
He's a legacy artist. His father was a fixture in the Wake Up Show with Sway and Tech, and he's took the baton and taken it to all new heights. He's here to celebrate his new album, G.I.T.U, G.I.T.U.
Yeah.
I hope I'm saying that right.
You are.
Okay, and that's the greatest in the universe, the one and only Chris Rivers.
Yeah. Oh, man. Your intros are always impeccable. I appreciate it.
I could have went deeper than that,
You
man.
could have.
Okay, now his father is Big Pun, of course. If you don't know now, you do. Big Punisher himself. And it's just so great. I always bring your dad up when we see each other, man.
Oh, definitely. I know. I mean, you said it in the first interview. You bought me diapers. You know what I'm saying? So
you
you've
don't
been around.
remember
You've been around from the beginning. But I remember the diaper. I remember the diaper.
I bought him diapers, and I burped his ass, too, man. It was
Wow.
Yeah. And now I come on the show and I still spit.
Yeah, and he still spit, man. Yeah, he's still spitting in a different way. DeLorean was your last project. That was out in 2017.
Yep, in June.
And since then, I've watched you and your collective of friends, whether it's Rod, the producer, who actually produced this entire album.
Yeah, 99% of it at least.
99%.
Yeah.
Okay, Rod also worked with Osmond on his project.
Of course.
And Osmond is also on multiple tracks on this album.
Right. Of course, he's on a few tracks on this show. It's Anthony King, Denzel Porter, and I and him linked together for our OCD song, which everybody loves. And big shout out to Whispers. Actually, he's not on this project, but I saw him body the Five Fingers.
Five Fingers of Death.
Which was crazy.
Yeah, he killed it, right?
OD.
I bring these guys up because a lot of you guys, Denzel Curry is starting to, ascend to the galaxies. But
Right.
you guys have always kind of managed to stay true to who you are.
Right.
Who you are as MCs isn't necessarily the most popular way to be heard or to be streamed, right?
That's a big fact. It's actually difficult when you're really pursuing it. I realize in an artistic way where you're really trying to get your soul out there and really trying to put on for the art. It's kind of harder to get that either played or streamed or just try to find a real audience that cares enough to listen to what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I think it's important that we find that middle ground, artists like myself who really want to give that, to make it still lyrically dope or poetically dope or deep, but still make it in a way that's digestible to listen to, and it still hits those marks. So even 90% of people who don't listen, they just hear it, they can still enjoy it because it's a cool flow and vibe the beats, and then the people who actually do sit down and listen, they still really appreciate the art.
They still really appreciate it. And so that's what you worked on since DeLorean.
Right, yeah. It was a while. Released freestyles every week. I was putting out mad stuff. I went to different singing lessons, instruments, different stuff, and really just empower myself because I really did feel like I hit a glass ceiling there. I felt like I got as far as I could possibly go in my career doing the things that I've done, and happiness involved. I wasn't making music that sounded like the music I wanted to in my head. You know what I'm saying? So I was proud of it, but it wasn't there yet. And I'm like, damn, I don't even like it. So I'm nervous. I'm apprehensive to promote and put things out because I'm like, are they gonna like it? Because I don't know if I do. And this is the first time I made a project where I genuinely like everything, to the point now that some people go oh, I hate that song. I'm like, I love this song. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. I feel that strongly about it. This is the first time, so it's definitely something I'm super proud of and just happy I pushed myself, and that's why I called it G.I.T.U. You know what I mean?
Greatest in the universe.
Yes.
That's what your drive is, to become the greatest in the universe.
Well, yeah, that and that's actually affirmation I used to tell myself, and that's why I had those affirmation skits on the project. Greatest in the universe. I used to say, Chris, when I was feeling real down and depressed and low on myself and doubting everything that I did, I used to tell myself yo, if you fully applied yourself and gave this a genuine 100% chance, you could be the greatest person who ever lived. You could be the greatest in the universe. And those affirmations really pushed me through making this project, challenging myself. You heard the records on each song that came. I would be like, okay, what would I usually do to this? And then I threw that out the window and did something, because I think if you're going to be the greatest, you need to challenge yourself. So I made something that was challenging the entire time, and ultimately, I love it.
Chris Rivers is here, man. The new album, G.I.T.U. You want to talk with him? 888-742-3345.
Chris, we love championing you over here.
I feel
on
it.
this side. side, man, from seed and the complete blossoming. Earlier when you were just talking about like the current landscape of music, and I loved how you didn't judge the sound that a lot of people are attracted to. You know what I mean? You're just like, there's that, and then here's mine. If you want a more like in-depth, like lyrical type of situation, then here I am. Did it take you a while to get to the place where you don't judge? Because so many people will say, like all consumers are under a spell and blah, blah, blah. Did you once think like that?
Yo, it's like staggered. It's weird because in the beginning when you have a lot of patience, you're just starting, like you don't feel any of that like resentment or hate towards the other side. You're just like, oh, cool, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it, And then after a while, you start realizing you putting in, 1,000 days, 1,000 hours, 10 million years of work, and it's not reciprocated by the fans. And then you start getting a bit of that jadedness. And I think that's where it comes from, because I never was the type to hate on anybody making money regardless of what they did, unless they was hurting people. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that, which you could argue that the music that they're making is at a psychological level hurting the masses. But if we're not getting that deep, like, so for a minute there, I was like, damn, like it got to a place where I was like, yo, what am I doing wrong? Like, what am I doing wrong? And like, what are they doing right? Like, I'm better than all of y'all niggas.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and everything. And it's like, yo, and then once you get past that stage, I think it becomes like an acceptance of self. Like you ask yourself, like, what's my message? What are you pushing? Because I'm counting the 8.3 billion people who don't know me or don't yet, or some that don't mess with me, and not the 100,000 fans that I do have and all that stuff. So you got to focus on the love, and you build it up. So once you get that awareness of yourself, you kind of stop feeling judgmental or bad. Like you can't, like, yo, this kid may only go, ooh, hey, swag, what? And if that boy is selling out stadiums and changing his mom's life and putting money in the people he care about pockets, and like, I'm proud of him and I'm happy for him, whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just got to find a way to be myself, because if that's who he is, then cool. And I got to find a way to be myself and still get that level of success. So you just got to figure out. Don't hate. That shit hold you back.
Rivers,
you know what I'm saying?
You see what he looks like.
Philosopher right there.
The Philosopher's Stone, baby.
You see what he's doing. You really, I've known you for years now, and we get on the mic and we get all professional, but we've always been in a circle where I'm shitting on them all the time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I brought wipes. I brought wipes. I brought wipes.
I do it all the time.
Everything's a bar.
Yeah, all right. I know, right? He made a simile out of my statement.
I'm glad you said simile.
You like that?
Yeah, because it wasn't a metaphor.
No, I know the difference. Come on, kid. Come on. It's me, dog. One of the things I noticed in this album is your sensitive side. You're really in tune. Even in the song "Sincerely Me," when you say you want to, if you were here, Dad, I want to kiss you. Fuck that toxic masculinity shit. Yeah. And you're really addressing feelings in a way that I think will appeal to more women. Yeah, in your audience.
1,000%.
Perfect is one of the songs you have. Don't Change is another song.
In the morning.
In the morning. In the morning, it's actually singing.
All the time.
Is that you?
That's all me. All me in there. Yeah.
That's you sing? Do it now. Bro. I don't believe you. Do it now.
Wake me up in the morning. Yeah, that's all me. With a little, obviously, with more like, tea and preparation and warmth.
Okay, great. You're far from the vocal that I heard on the album.
Yeah, it's subtle right now. I'm a little raspy. I'll have the raspy version.
That did not prove a thing.
I like that better. I don't really like men who truly know how to sing.
Yeah, it's all tonal. It's all tonal there.
But something about a guy that doesn't like singing doesn't come naturally. It's not his gift. It's a skill he's developing. It sounds more sincere when they sing. Because
like and just pushing it and honestly, it's
quit saving them, Tracy.
It's thank you, girl. It's for the ladies, Sway. Get out of here.
Okay.
Like on some real though, I feel like in the past, I made a lot of things that showed that I could rap really good. You know what I'm saying? And I saw that gained a lot, but I saw that it was also a detachment in the realm of like, even me, like my favorite songs from my favorite artists aren't the ones where they're super lyrical, metaphysical, like it's the ones that made me feel something. And I feel like that's what I lacked my whole career. So I made sure each song on this one was coming from a real place. There's hype stuff, there's turn stuff, there's stuff for the girls, there's stuff to fight, all this stuff, but it's all coming from a real place. And that's what I wanted to focus on, that relatability. And I think I achieved it.
I think you achieved it. Chris Rivers, the new album is G.I.T.U, greatest in the universe.
Right.
Don't Change is addressed to who?
Don't change is you mean in the morning?
I mean in the morning, but
don't change. Don't change is everybody.
Okay.
Don't change is cycling between between past relationships and this one, and then also like just my relationship with myself. Like in the second verse, it's like I've been around a lot of pain. Don't talk about it. Got to put some things far away. Must have smoked a pound a day just to cloud the rain, baby. I know I could find it. I could find a way. Like all those thoughts inside of my head there, and just realizing that you don't need to change. You're exactly who you need to be when you need to be it. And if you just accepted yourself and loved yourself more, then you could be a greater version of yourself. So I'm telling people not to change, just to grow, and that accounts for your relationship with yourself and your relationship with others. So just trying to be introspective.
Do you read?
Yeah, I read.
Oh,
What are you reading? You sound well read.
Currently, there's a group of books. I got it on my phone. It was one that Nipsey was reading before. It was on the Nipsey list. I forgot, but a lot of it is like self-empowerment books, like how to it's in the book, but it says how unfuck yourself. That's a book. I don't know if I can say that, but that one, like, it just teaches you. That's one that helped me a lot, where it teaches you like the level of which your mind subconsciously over years has been conditioned via stress or society or anything else to talk negatively upon yourself. If you have a thought or a big dream and then you find yourself doubting yourself, it's because subconsciously you ask questions and then you started questioning whether you could do it or not. You have to change fundamentally how you speak to yourself so that when you have an idea, you want to pursue it opposed to just being fearful of failure. You know what I mean? So unraveling that tapestry that's been woven in me since I was a child, like books like that, and also just manga and anime and weird shit, what I'm saying? But yeah, like I try to have a nice little Borg of that.
Like you heard that vocabulary word, Heather?
That's from
short for
Star Trek.
Short.
Okay, yeah,
like
yeah.
Cyborg.
Yeah.
I know.
Wow, Captain Picard. Yeah, okay, nice.
I'm on the Picard level.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I started with Kirk.
Okay, I know, and I respect it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Original Trekkie. You got on the bandwagon.
No.
No. Your mom is featured on a. God bless your mom. Too.
She's so amazing.
Yeah, and she's such a mother in the beginning of this album.
Oh yeah. I needed that.
Yeah, just like, baby, no matter what you put your mind to, you can accomplish. You can. Was it like that your whole life with your mom?
She's so ridiculously amazing. Like she's the type, like when I was a kid, like they taught me how to dream. My mom, my father, like but my father obviously because he pursued his dream, and my mother was the type like, like I don't care what it is that you want to do. Just as long as it's something that you love, I'm gonna support you. If you're a janitor, I'm behind you 1,000%. Clean this shit. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a rapper, I'm behind you 1,000%. And she just wants to keep my mind right. She sees the greatness in me at all times, and I think it's important to have someone that has unconditional love for you. You know what I'm saying? But keeps it real at the same time. She doesn't, she lets me know when I'm falling off or slacking, things like that. But she always says it from a place of love, and I think that's super important. So I needed her to start off the project because that's where my head was at during, and I called her Mother of God because she's my mother. You know what I'm saying? And we could be the greatest. So it's one of those things. Yeah.
Chris Rivers, man, we're gonna have you perform a couple of songs in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take some phone calls as well. 888-742-3345. One of the songs you're gonna do is Sincerely Me, correct?
Yes.
All right.
I know you like that one.
I like that one because in the video you pay tribute to Big Pun. You got a favorite? If you had to pick one of those two albums, Capital Punishment or Yeah Baby, which one would you pick?
Damn, that's hard. I'm gonna say Capital Punishment. Because Yeah Baby had so many fire records on there, but it was more it's weird. Like I probably like that one. Probably sounds more developed. It's similar to this one, like this project versus my first project, like Wonderland of Misery that I put out like 100 years ago. That like I still love that one dearly because it sounds so raw and untouched and untapped by like what the opinions were from your previous projects. You know what I'm saying? So Capital Punishment, you could tell it was just him coming straight out. I'm this person, like Yeah Baby, he still had that and it was still ridiculous, but it was more commercial and dope. So like I love them both for different reasons, but I'm gonna go Capital Punishment because I feel like less people will be angry if I pick that. And I truly don't. I've truly put them on an equal place. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta pick one. So
do you still get the comparisons?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's less. It's less now. Like a lot of people know me for who I am, and I think with this project especially, I probably bridged the biggest gap in between my style and his. You know what I mean? But it's similar still, and I almost used that as a moniker to how far I've gotten in my career.
Yeah.
Like today, only 10 people call me Pun Son, and 50 people call me Chris Rivers. So it's getting there. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's progress. So like but it's still and I don't get offended by actually. It's like it's an honor to be compared to somebody so great. Yeah. What I dislike is when people think I'm trying to be like him or trying to because if anything, I was trying not to most of my life. Now I'm just being myself. You know,
dude, it's in your DNA.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, there's niggas who sound like people and they're not even related. Like,
Right.
You know, I'm like, what do you expect? Like, you know, but like, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah.
And sincerely, me, you touch on your sister's name are Star and Vanessa. And you touch on your mom. What it must be like without having your father, and even dealing with mental health. You know, in your family, you know, because everybody, I'm sure, was traumatized with his loss.
Yeah.
How has that process been for your sisters?
It's different than for me because I lost a father as a boy, and that has its own challenges. They lost a father as females. I think a man is supposed to be the first example of how a woman is supposed to be treated. Their father is supposed to be the first example of how a man is supposed to treat a woman, and the absence of him and just the things that ensued afterward because we weren't even really able to cope with his death to a degree because you know, when you're famous or when people perceive you as famous, they kind of detach you from a human for some reason. So it's like, you know, if anybody's parent died, you're not going to immediately ask them like, oh, yeah, how'd your dad, or this, like, we were bombarded with questions daily about our dead parent, you know what I'm saying, or my mom's dead spouse, and we weren't, you know, given that moment. So they, you know, between getting over that and the things that happened prior to him passing and just, like, living our entire life with this false perspective that, like, people thought we were rich. Like, we was homeless most of our lives and broke and different things. And then people had assumptions like, oh, he must be an asshole or this and that before even like having a conversation with us because the narrative was bigger than who we actually were and it was getting steered without us. So I think with them, I try to be the best man that I could. Like, I'm the youngest, but I do my best to be, you know, a shining example of what a man is supposed to be to them. But I can see that it's hard between, you know, all the conflicting nuances of what death brings from a parent and dealing with it at a young age and then having the course of having either relationships that were toxic or, you know what I'm saying, like even my nephew, like, you know what I'm saying, like it's a lot of stuff that's involved that I could see rippling back to that passing, you know what I'm saying? Like when you think back and you connect all the dots. So, you know, it's happened. And
y'all do therapy, family therapy at all?
No, I think we've done it separately at times, and I think we talk stuff out. And that's definitely something I've been thinking about, even like telling them to do, like being more of an advocate to do so, and even myself. But really, just to and not to poop on therapy. I think it's wonderful when you go. I just don't like when I sit down and I analyze myself, like I look up. You know, psychology and different things like that. A lot of the questions I ask myself is what they would ask and things like that. So I try to do it myself, but I'm really interested in seeing the benefits of that when it comes. Meditation helps a lot. Okay. I know that's, you know, stuff like that. And, but it gets deep. But overall, I think over the years I've seen much progress, and I see everybody. You know,
everybody getting better.
Yeah, everybody getting better. Whether it's gradual, there's spikes, there's flaws depending on external, you know, sources. Whether it's harder one year or other, but yeah, we pushing through, man, and it's a journey. It's not a day, you know. So it's happening though. Yeah.
Chris Rivers, man, thank you for sharing that, man.
Right.
G.I.T.U, get Greatest in the Universe is a new album. This independent project.
Shout out to Mellow Music Group. We definitely doing distribution through them, and then also like, you know, that's the moniker with it. So we partnered up with them for this one, and it's really awesome. But we pushing it out.
Okay. We're gonna go to these phone lines. We got Jamie on the line from Baltimore. Jamie, what up, Jamie?
Yo, Jamie.
Jamie, can you hear us, Jamie?
Sir,
Jamie. Okay, we'll get those lines fixed up. We're in a performance studio, so we got to make sure. Jamie, you there?
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
yo, what up, Jamie?
Hey, Jamie, you live on air.
There you go, man. Say what up to Chris Rivers. You got a question?
Jamie.
Yo, what up, Chris Rivers? How you doing, brother?
What's good, brother, man? How you feel?
Ain't too much, man. I'm a truck driver, and I deal with music in my family also.
My God.
But I wanted to ask you, how does it feel to be the son of a legend that, you know, that was an icon to everyone growing up, you know? Because when I grew up, I heard Pun.
Right.
Like, I was only like 6 years old when I first heard, what was that one track with him and Avant? And, you know, I was on my way to school bumping that.
right. Yeah, I would say it definitely feels unique. It's all I've ever known, so it's hard to talk about how the other side would feel. But I would say the biggest impacts that it left, like I said, it really taught me how to dream, because knowing I came from someone that accomplished one of the most grandiose dreams out there, it just gives more proof to myself knowing that I could do it too if I came from that. And yeah, just him setting that bar so high, I know it's something that I gotta maintain and expand on myself. So it just always kept me on my toes and let me know that I could be great because I came from greatness.
Yes.
You ever find any old pun vocals that never been heard and thought to do it?
That's like I just made a website, and I'm gonna have a section with the most commonly asked questions, because most people ask me for like pun verses that are unreleased, things like that. What I've come to realize is that that's been milked like out the wazoo. So if there is one out there, it's probably like a mistake or something like that. And very few people probably have it, either Buck Wild or Domingo or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it ain't too many of those. It ain't too many of those.
Well, Joshua's on the line right now. Joshua, good morning. Joshua's in Cali. Click Joshua in for me.
California.
Let's see what happened.
No doubt about it.
Ah, shit, it hung him up. All right, we'll call back. Joshua, come back. He said there's actually a notebook with unreleased pun verses in it, and I was going to try to connect you with Joshua.
Oh, that's kind of
because I remember when Natalie Cole did that with Nat King Cole at one of those.
Unforgettable.
Unforgettable.
Yeah,
she hit at an award show, and that shit was amazing.
Oh, that's incredible. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing the book, like how to acquire it and the verses in it, because that's got to be different.
That should be given to you.
Yeah.
Whoever has that book should just give it to you. Like, that's whack. Why would somebody else want?
I'm less than why. I'm more interested in how, you know, like, because if you got it in a natural, organic way, that's something probably precious to the dude, you know.
Yeah.
But just how did you get that?
How did you get
Let's see is he on the line now?
Yeah, my bad, bro. I hung up.
No problem. Go ahead, Joshua. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, no, I don't know if it was a myth or whatever, but no, I just heard that he left a bunch of like a single notebook full of unreleased songs.
Oh, not that you have one. Oh, not that you have one. But
I thought you said you had it.
Is there? There is some rhyme books that he has. I'm not sure if it has unreleased records on it. And he was to the point that he wrote like worse than medical doctors. Like, it was chicken scratch. So it's hard to decipher those. But I believe. But from the ones, or maybe the one that we do have, I'm sure those have been recorded already. But again, we was homeless and some even water damage. So we lost a lot of things like memorabilia and things from our past.
Right.
Along our life. So, but there's maybe some that's been lost in the world, and that's why I thought you probably, you found it somewhere like in a sewage drain, summoned in a bottle or some shit. Yeah,
floating in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, you know, like
that's why I said some of those storage places. You know how you see these storage when people put things in storage and never go back. Some of those storage places
they be making bugo bread. They got shows for that.
Exactly.
Are you ready to perform, man?
Oh yeah, man, born ready.
All right, one more question. Tracy,
really quickly. A lot of people have like conflicting views. Those who are close to artists who are deceased about them doing holograms. How would you feel about that with your father?
Oh, I think that would be amazing. I think at this point, like when his songs are still played, his things are still there. I think if they do it the way that they say they would, when it's like combining all his mannerisms and stage stuff, you know what I'm saying? I think that'd be fire, as long as all the correct people are involved. I think that I think it's amazing. And actually, before I perform, I brought you guys some gifts. Can I?
Getting money now.
It's the most conceited gifts I could possibly give.
What is the picture of you?
Right.
Chris Rivers is here. 888-742-3345. Greatest in the Universe is his album. It's out right now. We want y'all to support him. He brought us.
So we have jokes. So I brought hats for the ladies because I don't think you're gonna wear my hat.
Nah. Well,
thank you.
Thank you.
Chris.
So basically, you didn't get me a gift.
I love it.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Cool. I already got the album, but thank you.
I want one for my car.
Oh, you got me vinyl.
Get out of here, Sway. Yeah, come on, baby. You thought I was gonna leave you with that. Come on,
Yo,
exactly.
That's fire, man.
Yo, this
Look
is
at this
dope.
cover.
And I love the artwork.
This
Who did the
cover is
artwork for you? Who
crazy.
came up with the concept?
I came up with the I know what I wanted it to look like, but I gave it to my manager. Shout out to Scorp, Air Imagination, and shout out to Ariel Cologne. He's the actual visual artist that painted it, and we wanted to make it like an art piece, like a painting. So we left it like that. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Let's set up, man. Go ahead, guard that mic, man. Get in the middle.
Let me drink some
liquid.
liquid.
Drink some water. You're going to play to the camera right there. You see the cameras right there, man. We got Chris Rivers here, Sway in the Morning Concert Series, Shade 4-5. Let me put that. You see that cover for the mic right there, Chris? So you want to pop your peas. You're a pea popper. All right. Okay.
I am.
Can't help it. I'm a pea popper.
You know, you set me up there. You set me up. Now this one, I'll just unravel
Sway
it.
in the
real quick.
morning, Shape 45, our live concert series.
I put in the work, baby.
3345. If you want to call us up live,
one last.
you can have conversations and do it right now as we set up live in the studio. Chris Rivers, new album, G.I.T.U. I'm glad he wasn't saying like ghetto. You know,
G.I.T.U.
G.I.T.U.
Greatest in the universe, baby.
Sir.
All right, cool. Yeah. Here we go, man. We got Chris Rivers right. What song you gonna do first?
We do Damaged Goods.
Damaged Goods, ladies.
Yeah.
He's Damaged Goods. So if you decide to date him, you know what you're dealing with. All right.
Who's that right there? It's the greatest in the universe standing right here. Don't you miss it? If you the love of my life or just the fuck for the night, cause my body can't tell the difference. I got all these things I want to do with you and I just can't pick a position. Yeah, I see your battleships and defenses, but don't you feel defenseless inside? Well, don't let love cloud your eyes while you caught up on all these guys. It's ill-advised and falling's only cool if you fly, cause love's here, it's just in disguise. Or in disguise, I keep the porn page minimized. Got a court case in them thighs. Just give me life. I know it's all fate in your eyes, but to me, I'm just killing time. Yeah, can't you see? This me swinging on the hook too, Sway. What you doing? What you do to me?
Chris Rivers.
Yeah, I'm not the human that I used to be. We got real singers in here, don't laugh at me. I'm damaged goods and that sounds good to me. Yeah. I'm damaged goods. I'm damaged goods. Yeah. Where did my mind go when the time go? And how could I align those niggas? Act like I'm calm till combos. I could hold the whole world in my palm wide for a Bible if I got the lessons applied, those and supplied. With my eyes closed, I envision vivid pictures it consists of. This existence where I'm living, not existing, where I'm not in mental prisons, built by never really giving in and coping with the witness and the mama getting hit again. That shit leave you powerless, beaten down into cowardice, even though it may super you empowered it. Proud of it, pick the thorn on the rose when you fly with it. Childish, I never got to be what a child is. Yeah, feeling the pressure, I need a break. Whenever there's money I need to make, I want that. Killing myself just to be this great. I love that. Why is it more easy to feel the hate? Hey, can't you see? Yeah. What you doing? What you do to me?
Chris Rivers, y'all.
Yeah. I'm not the human that I used to be. I'm damaged goods and that sounds good to me. I'm damaged goods. I'm damaged goods. I'm feeling classically trained, never been two-faced, ain't masking my pain. Just a shithead with ass in my brain. If you was asking these hoes, but I'm a king if you was asking my main. I'm just a dog if we just paddle the same. My future all go, been foretold, me and the Lord knows. Plenty thought though, send me photos and send me autos to any photos. He dreaming while my all those. Stay ahead of anybody, getting plenty torso. That's my POV like porno. I keep it deep, the genre, it's way deeper than the green. Any moment we could all go, got the cops killing us. See the stocks killing us. Look at all my people, like when will we stop killing us? I said it's sad. I gotta fucking blast these triggers, or either be a garbage man or flip the bag for figures. See, mama had a little man, which his dad was bigger, but since he left, only right that I had to switch up. So can't you see? Yeah. What you doing? What you do to me?
Oh, girl, come on.
You know, I'm not the human that I used to be. That's why I put the hooks in, because I know he gonna talk shit. I'm damaged goods, and that sounds good to me.
That's Chris Rivers,
I'm
baby.
Damaged goods.
Act like you
I'm
know.
Damaged goods.
G.I.T.U, come on.
G.I.T.U out here, baby.
Yeah,
Can't
come
you
on.
see?
Hey.
What you doing? What you do to me?
Come on,
We out here. I'm not the human that I used to be. There you go. Oh, Sway with the vocals. I'm damaged goods, and that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I'm damaged goods.
Yeah.
I'm damaged goods.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chris Rivers, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, thank you.
888-742-3345.
Wow, sounds so good.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Sounds
you.
so good.
I appreciate it.
Sound really nice, bro.
It's really nice, man. You got the show is September 20th. It'll be great. We're gonna have a whole live band. It's gonna be crazy.
Where's it gonna be at?
SOBs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
SOBs, September 20th.
September 20th.
Yeah, it's a Friday, baby.
Chris Rivers live,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Yeah, come on.
Man, you gotta do one more before you go.
Oh yeah,
bro.
that's definitely. I'm gonna do one of your favorites. Sincerely me. I got you.
Thank
I got
you
you,
did that
man.
because I've been talking about that song.
Because you've been talking about it. I brought it
Oh.
just in case.
Damn, man, this dude knows me well.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Great being your uncle.
yeah. That's a fact.
It's Chris Rivers, sincerely me,
Yeah.
G.I.T.U.
Hey, yeah. G.I.T.U out everywhere. August 16th was the date. Shout out to everybody involved. Thank y'all. And no matter what you do, I still rather be here with you. I hope that you know this, though I didn't show it. I look everywhere and all I see is you. And no matter what you do, I still rather be here with you. I hope that you know this, though I didn't show it. I look everywhere and all I see is you. Hey Dad, I really miss ya. If you was right here, man, I'd probably kiss ya. Fuck all that masculinity shit. I ain't seen you since I was a kid, and I forgave all the shit that you did. I hope you been good, whatever that is. Shit, mama good. It just makes me sad that sometimes she ain't find herself, and I've been lost, but I don't lost, and I don't find that much time to help. The girls are strong, but it's the world, and they have mentally declining health. And I wish that you was here, cause I could really use somebody's help. No matter what you do, I still rather be here with you. I hope that you know this, though I didn't show it. I look everywhere and all I see is you. And no matter what you do, I still rather be here with you. I hope that you know this, though I didn't show it. I look everywhere and all I see is you. Yeah. P.S. I'm innocent, know that this claim is legitimate. I carry guilt and I live with it. Remember that time that you sat me down and told me you was daddy now, but if something happened then you pass it down. As the only boy, I take action. How did you expect that? I was 6 years old and I respected that, but I missed my goal. We was in the shivering cold, making wishes till wishing got old. Home invasion cause niggas got bold. We just laid there wishing they go. Aliens made it cause daddy from home. I never learned that this world was my own. I learned to hit on these girls on my own. Wish you was here to see how much I've grown. And no matter what you do, I still rather be here with you. I hope that you know this, though I didn't show it. I look everywhere and all I see is you. And no matter what you do, I still rather be here with you. I hope that you know this, though I didn't show it. I look everywhere and all I see is you. Check. I started rapping now, and your boy nice like Jesus was. Getting chased by Beelzebub. Cloud chasers wanna be with us. Had to learn how to peep who's friends or fam when I was learning how to read and stuff. But if I could wish for a life to live, it'll be this twice. Cause if I was rich, I would've learned what priceless is. And man, we was poor when the world thought we was ballin'. The bill collectors just call. Shit, mama strong, but she ballin'. And most these niggas you love, shit, I ain't seen them at all. Since you was met by your judge and court cases they stalled. And I just hope you know your boy is stronger now. And though our family suffered, it is no longer how I use the strength I muster, then I could call you proud. It'll be nice to hug you and tell you how much I love you. Sincerely me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chris Rivers.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Chris Rivers.
Thank you.
Get the new project.
It's out everywhere.
It's out everywhere, man. We got a couple of people on the line. Slim on the line from Utah.
Yeah.
Slim, are you there? Slim, you there?
Slim.
Yo, what's good?
Man,
Yo, it's your man Lamb. What up, Sway?
Lamb.
What up, Heather? What's up, Chris?
What's good, bro? You the
Hey.
goat, Lamb?
Hey, yeah. Man, I tell you right now, I know your pops is looking down so proud, bro. So proud of you because you have paved your own lane, dog. And it's so sick in that record. Oh, bro.
Wow, thank you
I'm
so
not
much,
jocking you, son. It's all love. I know that he's looking down like, damn.
Thank you so
That's
much,
my
bro.
boy.
Yeah,
That's
right? Oh, man, that's love, bro. Thank you.
Hey, Lamb, do yourself a favor, man. Make sure and go get the album, man. Make sure you stream it. Do what you got to do to support them, man. We got Honesty on the line from New York City. Honesty,
What's
good morning.
poppin'?
You know they ain't gonna lie.
Good morning. Listen, right? So, you know, we all grew up listening to your dad and everything, and he was like such a great person, but you in a way surpassed him.
Wow.
You've become yourself, and you've shown that you're not his son, you're Chris Rivers.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you. So, wow.
Damn.
And her name is Honesty.
Yeah, she ain't lying.
She ain't lying.
No,
Thank you, girl.
Thank you, Honesty. You're a
girl.
citizen.
Sway in the morning.
And one of the most, I think, important lines you said in that song is, "Dad, I forgive you for all that shit you did." Yeah. We ain't got to dive into the shit he did,
Right.
unless you wanted to. But I appreciate you coming to that closure of forgiveness.
Of course, I think it's important to touch on it a tad. I
Okay.
think it's important that people acknowledge that he was an entire human. I think when you're a celebrity, you're kind of glorified to just be loved in the light that they love you in. And I think that when people are exposed to the human side of these celebrities that they, you know, put into godhood, they find it a little harder to love them like the way they did before. Me, I'm his son, and I've been there for both sides, so I see the whole human and still love him.
What you forgive him for?
For all the things, really, between abuse and really, I would just say it would be the abuse, because that's the most intentional part. Though he grew up in an abusive household himself, and abuse is a cycle. I've had a video about it before, and I think that it's important to target why it's a cycle. And there's, I think, 7 in like 11 women, full-grown like adult women, experience domestic abuse. 4 in every 10 men, and that's not even including the children. So tens of millions of people on a yearly basis are traumatized by this thing. And it's a cycle. So I think that's a part of it, and people got to acknowledge that. And I think that the love was still very there. So there's a duality in it, that you can still hurt the people you love. So it's in those aspects. And everything else, it's easy to forgive, because it's not done with bad intention. Between him instilling in me the drive to take care of my family, because I'm the only boy, but I was very young, so it put a lot of pressure on me, but it was unintentional. He didn't intend on passing before I was ready to take up the mantle and things like that. So that's nothing to even forgive. That's just him being a good father there. And I think it's that. So I mean, there's been a lot of, you know, my sisters go through it, my mom, myself, and it's one of those things that, like, yo, I forgave it at a young age, and you move forward. And I just want to, you know, again, like, I forget. I just want. It'd be great if you were just here so we could just talk. You know,
he's here in spirit, bro. He's here in this room right now, man. All right, Chris Rivers.
Thank you.
All right, man. Absolutely amazing album. Pick it up. Some amazing features. I see you got Avery featured on that 16th song.
Birds, baby, birds. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Avery on that feature. You feel me, dog?
Okay, and get the album.
That project is gonna be crazy.
G.I.T.U. Oh, he let you hear the project?
He ain't let you hear the project. You know saying? It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, your crew be funny style.
Well, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Okay, great. You made it. All right, cool. Chris, thank you. Chris Rivers, ladies and gentlemen.
Much love, yo. Much love.
Absolutely, thank you.